Hey guys, Ollie here, welcome back to the channel. I am on one hell of a mission. I'm going to stay the night on the boat, camping on the boat, a couple of days in the ocean, catching my own food. It's going to be awesome. I've just arrived to this incredible offshore island. Punched out at first light, left about 4:30, 4:45. It's taken me 3 hours in nasty conditions. I just had the swell and wind hitting the side. Yeah, I got saturated. I had to get my wetsuit on halfway, but I'm here and I'm pretty pumped because this is a very special island way offshore and known for some good fish. So the target is to get some nice snapper. Ooh, I'm freezing, but let's get into it. Let's get in the water. Diving in, I was greeted with clean blue water, a welcome surprise in the winter months of New Zealand, where consistent heavy rains and swell can create very dirty diving conditions. However, this island situated so far offshore was less affected and the visibility was spectacular. I was in for a treat over the next few days and I began to explore the underwater world. As I do with most dives, I like to warm up in the shallows, making numerous dives, slowly warming those lungs up, stretching them, and getting ready for some deeper dives, ready to hunt the target species. The reef was alive in the morning, fish midwater, a good sign, plenty of smaller species, but I'm after a nice snapper. That's the target of the day. Nice big cracks and crevices, lush kelp beds swaying back and forth in the current and swell. The scenes were incredible. Large schools of blue mau here, a few smaller snapper midwater, as usual, flighty, darting at the presence or movement of any human. Just a beautiful morning diving. A black angelfish glides above the kelp here, big school of two-spot demersal cruising along the reef edge, and then I spot some nice big kinner, sea urchin, and see some of my favourite friends down below, the wrasse, and give them their morning breakfast. Always happy to see me. Not a common sight anymore, unfortunately, with the population growing and overfishing. A nice, healthy ecosystem, a very vibrant, lively reef like this. Such an awesome sight to see. Loads of butterfish, all species interacting in good numbers, how it should be. As the morning progressed and the lungs now warmed up, it was time to find myself a snapper. Swimming along the coast a bit further, finding some deeper water, some more structure, I was onto a good patch of reef and it was looking promising. In the mix here you can see large schools of silver drummer. These fish are fine to eat but too easy to hunt, and there are better eating fish around, so I let them be. In the mix you can also see these blue fish, and they are called blue fish. Both not a target species. Not many blue fish around in New Zealand anymore, so I let them swim also and continue hunting for a snapper. The reef was alive with different fish species, but predominantly these large silver drummer, which cause a lot of noise and often scare away snapper, so they were an unwelcome sight. A big one here lurking behind the kelp, the shallows filled with these demersal, lots of life. Surely, soon enough, I'll find myself a snapper. Finally, around a nice little rocky outcrop, and the water column is absolutely filled with demersals. There's a nice deep gutter running nearby, some current is starting to push, some smaller yellowtail kingfish swim by and it looks very promising. I'm running short on breath, so decide to make it back to the surface, have a good breathe up, then make my way down again. I've got a gut feeling there's some snapper down here. I make my dive after a nice breathe up and slowly sink down into the gutter. I'm immersed in the schools of demoiselles. It's looking super promising. I just have a feeling I'm going to find a snapper. Slowly panning around, looking for that glimmering silver shape of a snapper. And then suddenly, one buzzes past my head to the left here. I think I've spooked the fish, but it, for some reason, loops back around and swims straight up to the end of my spear, and I let a shot off. Not exactly the most difficult shot, but however, I'm in the right place at the right time, and I get a clean spine shot with the snapper immobilized, and I slowly kick for the surface. Absolutely stoked. A couple of hours and I've finally got a snapper on the board.
Alright, finally. Woo.
Finally, a snapper on the board, and now, well and truly warmed up, I felt like I was just getting into the groove and continued along the coast, hoping to pick up a few more snapper. I dived down here to a spot I'd set a small ground bait earlier and slowly creep over this ledge here, and sure enough, there's a big snapper mid-water, but it's tailing off. Obviously just had a feed or sensed my presence, and it's disappearing into the gloom. There's got to be some more fish on this burley, so I head off and come back down for a second look. I'm just peeking over into this gutter here, nice big kelp stalks, and there are a few big snapper about. There's one out to the left here, sifting through the weed, but I see this one first. Wait till I get a good broadside shot, stretch out and pull the trigger. It's a beautiful shot, and I have another snapper to add to the tally. What was a mediocre dive is turning into a fantastic dive. Now notice how shallow I am here. You really do not need to dive deep for a snapper in New Zealand, luckily. I'm checking one last ground bait as I move my way back along the coast towards the boat, and I'm just peering over this boulder here to where I think the ground bait was, but there are a bunch of snapper that have moved in and they've torn the fish to shreds, and in the process moved from where I thought they would be. I slowly creep around. I can see tails and heads everywhere, and after analysing the fish here, I choose my target, wait for the right moment, a nice broadside shot, and I stretch my spear gun out, and it's another good shot, another good snapper, and my morning is an absolute success. Hours of boat ride, hours in the water, and I've got some beautiful fish to feast on and take home. Now these snapper would probably be on the upper size limit of fish I'd like to take. Some people will probably kick up a fuss about taking bigger snapper here, but hey guys, at the end of the day I'm out there spearfishing, catching my own food. There really is no debate. If you want to have a go at people, have a go at the commercial sector. Anyways, very stoked with the morning effort. I am wrapped. I've got some beautiful fish to take home and have a feed, so it was back to the boat for a hot drink and a cook up.
Alright.
Well guys, just got out of the water. That was hard going, hard yards. What a morning, but I've got the result. 3 beautiful snapper, really nice fish. That was the first one on the snoop, just mid-water, and then got these 2 beauties on a burley, fish burley. Very nice fish, so happy as with those. Check out the head on this guy, he's pretty cool. Yeah, stoked man. That was hard work. Up since 4 AM, 3 hours in the boat, just smashing through in the dark, just getting absolutely saturated. I just checked my watch. Yeah, about 4.5 hours in the water, and I literally got all those last 3 fish in that last hour. It was just so hard going. Wasn't seeing any snapper anywhere, setting a couple of burleys, nothing. I think it must have just been that end of the incoming tide. I think it's about high tide right now. Maybe just that last push of the tide might have made the fish start feeding. Not sure, but got the result. Happy as. Check these out, guys. Boom. 2 nice snapper. Very happy, man. Not humongous. No complaints. Neat. So I'm starving, haven't eaten today. Nip around the corner, find a nice sheltered bay and try out some of this tasty snapper. Well, I just had an epic little tiki tour of this island. It's just absolutely beautiful. I'm the only boat out here as it's very far out, middle of the week, but this is just magic. Time to get warm, get a hot coffee in me, and we'll get that snapper cooking up. Absolutely starving. How good is this? Wicked. Just drying all my gear out from the morning, got saturated. It's pretty wicked spot. It's time to check the snapper. It's chilling down in the icy deck. So, time for a feed. See what's going on in here. Got my venison in here as backup. And these snapper are cooling down really nicely. It's time to eat one, and that one will do it. Can't believe it, I forgot my wraps. I was going to do fish wraps. Oh well, don't really need that. Bread, yeah, wraps and bread don't really agree with my stomach at all, but I just love them. Who doesn't love bread? It's all good. I've got my bucket of goodness here, my mayonnaise and sauces. I've got some lettuce and stuff, so I'll make a salad to go with the fish. She'll be right. Using the Cobb grill once again to cook up. If you haven't seen these before, stick around, they're pretty cool. Let's get some of this gear out of the way, bloody mess. Right, there she is. Damn, she needs a clean. I use it a lot because they're awesome. That's the grill rack, which I'll do some venison for dinner most likely. That's not needed right now. So it's just a little gas unit in here. Takes one of these. Man, I'm the best promoter of these little barbecues. I do love them. I use it literally a couple of nights a week. I cook all my venison on it. I don't have a gas barbecue, only a big charcoal Weber, so when I'm lazy I just whack the venison on the cob. It's just so good. Get that smoky flavour. Okay, we've got the hot plate for frying up. Where is everything? Boat's a mess. Oh my gosh. Done this boat camping so many times, but I just get in a bit of a flurry when I'm out here and just start throwing stuff around. There they are. Filleting knives. Yeah, beautiful, nice and sharp. On the head there, down, run it along those backbones. One beautiful fillet, that's going to be heaps. Get that back on ice. For all the nutrients and stuff, I agree, there's a lot of good stuff that gets wasted, which is in that skin tissue, but for this meal I just want some basic crumbed fillet, so skin's off. We don't want that meal. Nice big cubes, oblongs, something like that. Make that into this bowl. Right, crumbed fish. I know I've converted quite a few of you to the mayonnaise breadcrumb mixture. I get messages all the time and guys saying how they've tried it out and just absolutely love it. No going back, and there isn't. Once you crack this recipe, it's best crumb fish, in my opinion anyways. So, bit of mayonnaise. I left this on the element when I was cooking the other night. It got a bit burnt, but she's all good. Don't need much, good spoonful. You can actually use whatever you want. I sometimes use sweet chili sauce as the binder, but we'll use that as dipping sauce. Right, and then you just want your panko breadcrumbs, whatever breadcrumbs. I like panko, good cover. And this is just the best crumbed fish. The mayonnaise, once you start frying it up in the butter and stuff, it just helps to caramelise the crumb, and you just don't have all that flour and egg. You can taste the fish more. It's always my rule with seafood, less is more. Keep it simple. Life, keep it simple. Turned on. Check that's going. Yep. Small flame on those barbecues. It's just a really compact heat. Heat up real quick and get some serious heat out of them. There it is, my favourite thing on the planet almost, butter. Don't listen to all the people saying butter's bad for you, give you high cholesterol or whatever. This is not health advice. There's nothing wrong with a bit of high cholesterol. It's a lot better for you than a lot of things so-called experts tell you is healthy for you in this world. Sunlight, for one. Stay out of the sunlight, blah blah blah. Everything in moderation. Sunlight is key to life. Sunlight and good water. Pretty crucial to life. Get in the sun, it's good for you. Get your vitamin D levels up and a whole other plethora of benefits. Get up early, see that sunrise in the morning, watch the sunset. Life is simple, it really is. Okay, it's looking good. Alright, we've got bits of fish snapper in there, some butter on there. If you're new to the channel and you haven't seen my boat yet or wondering what it is, it's a Senator boat made in Napier, New Zealand, and it's the 500 model. Side console, heaps of space. I make it look like there's not because I'm messy as, but seriously a lot of space. So many cool features on this boat, but this is still one of my favourite, apart from the sound system. And it's the spinning bait board on top of the live bait tank. We've got all storage and stuff under here. Trays, I've got insect repellent by So Dope, really good stuff, all natural, hemp based. Got my only lure, found that on the beach actually. Tackle boxes for tackle, which I don't have. If anyone wants to supply some, hit me up. But we undo that latch and this whole board swivels. Turn the wash down on. It's located in the aft here. There it is. Let's get that pump to kick into gear a bit. There we go. Right, and then we can just hose all scales, blood from fishing, if you're cutting up bait or whatever, all just hoses straight off the back there. Easy as. Boom. And we are good to go. Wow, that's quick. Hey, Cobb have given me a discount code, so For Aussies, Kiwis, I'll leave a link in the description. If you purchase a cob through that link, I've got like a code, Primal Pursuit, to use. I think you get like 15% off. Very worthwhile if you're gonna get one of these cob packages, which I do recommend you get. I get a little kickback, helps me out as well. So yeah, bit of a win-win for everyone there. Go check them out, link in the description there. Right, lettuce. Geez, that seems better days, but that'll do. Bit of avo, that'll do. Bit of red onion, of course we'll finish with a lemon. And it goes, very easy little salad. Bit of Kewpie, roasted sesame dressing. I bought some olive oil actually, not too poorly prepared. Extra virgin, looking pretty tasty. Fish is surely done. Let's do the brake test. Oh yeah. Oh, yum. Drizzle of lemon from Mum's garden. Good organic homegrown lemons. The flavour is just 100 times better. Can't go wrong with a little bit more salt. There we have it. Tasty, fresh snapper. Eaten right where I caught it. Bloody awesome. Feed up. Fresh snapper, wicked. Lunchtime. It's only like 3 o'clock or something. Finally. That snapper is just so fresh, unreal. Beautiful. That was good, very good. Learning to just take these adventures in and just spend more time out of the water than I'm used to. I could easily just stay in the water all day, and the old Ollie did shoot everything that moves, but learning to just sit back and relax and use this time wisely and just give my brain a rest from the internet, because right now I've got 0 cell phone reception. I'm so far out, which is bloody awesome. And it's amazing what starts to happen to your mind even after half a day, just letting your brain do its own thing and not be distracted by your mobile. Highly recommend getting out there, getting into some camping or boat camping, get into nature and just leave your phone at home. One of the best things you could do for your mental health. If you can eat good food, eat good quality nutritious food, get into nature, exercise regularly, get a good quality amount of sleep each night. Those 4 things, was that 4? I'm pretty sure it was, will just change your life. And those 4 things will change your mindset, change everything. If you're not doing those 4 things regularly, and they should be daily: sleep, exercise, nutrition and nature, then you're missing out on a lot of good quality life. So if you can do those 4 things, believe me, it'll help you greatly. It's pretty well established now with lots of studies that just a regular amount of exercise every day, I think it's literally like 10 to 20 minutes, will do way more than any medications for kind of like depression and stuff, SSRIs and all that crap, whatever they're called. Easy for me to say because I haven't had depression and stuff, but it's pretty well known. Exercise on a regular basis is one, if not the best method for curbing the black dog and all that stuff. So get into it, get healthy. Without your health, life is shit. I absolutely hate being sick or injured. Without your health, you've got nothing. People often say, what's the most important thing in life? And most people will say family. I think family is number 2. Health is number 1, because if you don't have your health, you don't have your family. If you're fat and obese and you have a heart attack tomorrow, you don't have any family, do you? You're gone. Get your health in order, people, or I'm going to find you with my spear gun. And no, that's enough life advice for me. Gonna get this boat all sorted and cleaned. That seat will be removed, that will go up forward. Again, if you haven't seen this boat before, everything is modular. I'll show you a bit later. And it's another night on the boat under the stars, so I'll see you later. With the weather looking to pack in the next morning, these short weather windows in winter, I decided to make the most of my time out at this incredible island and jumped in for a little afternoon swim. I could not resist. Watching this small snapper here, sitting in the gutter, textbook scenario, finally sees me and zooms off. Schools of baitfish, small koheru around, beautiful scenes, nice clean water. And then a nice snapper emerges from the kelp here as I round the corner and I take this fish home as well. Stocking up on some beautiful eating snapper and another perfect kill shot through the head, the best way, the most humane way to spearfish and better eating. A beautiful eagle ray here gliding along the sea floor, takes off into the distance, and that was a nice afternoon dive. Time to set up camp. Alright, laying shelters up. Sun's just starting to peek down. I could just put a single mattress down here, but I've been running the double air mattress last few camping missions and it's pretty comfy, so yeah, I like to spread out camping luxury a bit. Having said that, that mattress just keeps going down. Seen a few other people use mattresses and everyone seems to be having the same problems with air mattresses, losing air overnight. If anyone's got a epic camping mat out there which I could use for hunting and everything, which doesn't go down, maybe there's not such a thing, let me know. Otherwise, yeah, might just end up going back to the old foamy mattress. You can't beat them. Alright, how's that? Plenty of space. The sun slowly creeping down beyond the horizon, and I was set for the night. Boat camping, one of my favourite things to do. With a bin full of fresh fish, some awesome memories from the first day of the trip, all to be repeated the next day, I was very content with an incredible backdrop. It was time to chill and relax. Truly grateful and lucky to be living in such a country as New Zealand. What an awesome place in the world we live. Got my tomahawk ready for another coffee. Power station, charge everything up. Fish are nice and cold. Oh yeah, fresh fellow venison from a deer I shot a few weeks back. Wow, what a wicked day. Pretty stoked to get onto some good snapper finally. Hard yards, but persistence pays off, patience, putting in the effort. Geez, how many hours in the water before I finally started getting some good fish. So Yep, put in the effort, you will reap the rewards. Simple as that. Anyways, that's it for me for tonight. I'm going to hit the pillow very shortly, and I will see you in the morning for another session underwater. Stay tuned. Oh, pretty good sleep. Well, it doesn't look like it, but not bad. Weather's definitely starting to turn. Worst part of this whole trip every time, getting back in that wetsuit the next morning, but I'm pretty keen. It's a pretty special place, should not be complaining, so dive time. Oh, so nasty. Not going to be worth it. Oh, that's the one. If you're new to spearfishing, freediving, these wetsuits we wear are open cell wetsuits, which is like the raw neoprene. So once you slide them on, you have to use lube. Once you're on your skin, it basically sticks to you, really soft and stretchy and comfy, so you can breathe, expanding your diaphragm and all that stuff, and really warm. Simple wetsuit tip: put your socks on and then your wetsuit goes over top of your booties. Stops that water getting in. While I'm at it, lead weighting for a freediver. If you're wearing a 5mm suit like me, it's roughly 8 to 10% of your body weight in lead, and then you need to play around different bone densities, different bodies. You can tweak that a bit. Basically, if you're lying on the surface, breathing up, ready to take a dive down, fully exhale, and you should ever so slightly just start sinking. That's about spot on weight. If you only dive in 5 meters, you can be a bit more heavily weighted. It's not going to matter. It's more for safety reasons. When you're doing those deeper dives, you definitely do not want to be overweighted. Down there, and I've got enough to take home, so I don't need to shoot anymore. But yeah, let's go have a look. I've dropped the gun. The following scenes are something I've never experienced in my time spearfishing in New Zealand. The amount of large snapper that came onto this ground bait was just extraordinary. I'm creeping down over the kelp here, and behind this boulder I've set a ground bait and left it for about 30 to 40 minutes. And I'm just looking here and start to notice there are a lot of snapper down there. and not just small ones, there are some big fish. And from the right here, a large snapper comes to inspect what's going on.
That was cool. It's a big snapper in there. Big snapper, but I've got enough.
I let the scene settle for a few minutes, knowing there must be some more snapper around, bigger models, and come back down to investigate, and there is a ginormous snapper coming in now mid-screen to check out the burley. It's a nice fish. There are plenty of nice fish. It is just alive with snapper. A very healthy scene, good to see. I keep feeding the burley, throwing a few more kinner over the ledge every 5 minutes, and it's just getting wild. Mid-screen here, a huge snapper, at least 15 pounds, is coming towards me, sees the danger and veers off to the right. It's a beautiful big fish. I've got more than enough snapper, so I'm just here to get some snapper on film. What an experience. What happens next just blows my mind. Nothing I've ever seen. I felt like I was in a reserve, a marine reserve. The fish became so preoccupied with the food. They lost sense of danger, and it was just incredible how close I got to some of these big snapper. Just keep watching here. I notice a nice fish down below. I'm about to head back to the surface, running out of air. Then I notice out to the right here, there's a whole bunch of fish absolutely tearing what's left of the ground bait apart. It is vicious scenes, and there are some beautiful snapper in there. I keep edging closer, closer, closer. I can't believe what I'm doing. The snapper are just totally not worried about me, and they are beautiful fish. Look at the size of this incredible snapper. What an experience. All wild fish, and all get to live another day. That's the beauty of spearfishing. You take what you need, pick your targets, and leave the rest for another day. And to top off this beautiful adventure, what looked to be a mother and child ray just gliding in the shallows below. Love swimming with these awesome creatures. Still keeping my distance, you have to respect them, but how beautiful.
Oh guys, that was some crazy scenes. I've seriously never seen so many snapper and big snapper in one congregation. I'm learning. Old Ollie would have just shot as many as he could of those snapper, but I've got plenty of fish, so they can swim another day. Whew, that's it for this adventure. I'm so stoked. What a wicked trip. Snuck in and out in the weather gap. Hope you guys enjoyed that, especially you new to the channel. If you like that type of content, hit subscribe. Check out all my other videos, heaps of similar content, heaps of spearfishing, camping, bit of hunting. Big ups to everyone who supports the channel, all the channel members and everyone. Thank you so much. Links down below in the description if you do want to support. You've got heaps of new stuff on the website. Got some of these kingfish and snapper buffs, so if you want to protect yourself out in the wind and sun, go check them out. Got new hats, stickers, more stuff to come. So primalpursuit.co.nz. See you on the next mission, guys. Cheers.